At the end of the 20th century, I ceased to be a human being.
Do you ever have that sense of being an outsider?
We're here at the premiere of 20,000 Days, Nick Cave's documentary. I'm Benji Potter, and you're watching Fan Carpet. Is one film enough time for viewers to get a real glimpse of who Nick Cave is?
I think so. I think it encapsulates a whole sort of idea about the way Nick is seen and the way he is and who he is. And all, and obviously there's live concert footage. There's a fan base, of course, that have been there for years and years and years.
What did you learn about Nick Cave during this very exciting project?
There's one thing, it's that he, like us as fans, he's a fan of something. And when you hear him tell a story about Nina Simone and watching Nina Simone, I defy anybody's heart not to break. It's just amazing. You really see that he's, just like the rest of us, he's moved by amazing performance.
And what did you learn?
I learned that Nick doesn't like waiting around. That's what I learned. We had to move very, very quickly. He's very impatient and he's very propelled forward, and it's a really amazing energy to be around. It really makes you kind of think about what you're doing and make everything count.
I've been around the band for the last 30 years. I played on the very early recordings. I'm back again, playing again. I'm playing in some of the live stuff on the film. So yeah, I'm quite a major contributor, I'd say.
What was that experience like?
It's always a great experience. It's always it's like a Nick Cave experience. You go into a world that you'll see in the film, and you're sort of pleased to be there because of what's going on in that world. So it's fantastic.
Barry just talked about the Nick Cave experience. How can you sum that up?
I don't know. I think it's something that you more experience as an onlooker. Once I started being around him, it became a different thing. Before I'd met him, it was probably I was an onlooker. It all looked very exciting, and it's kind of quite larger than life character.
How would you describe the Nick Cave experience?
No idea. It's a nightmare.
And what was this film like?
I don't know.
What was this film like to make? How would you describe it? What was the experience like for you?
It was okay. It was relatively painless. They did things very, very quickly. I didn't have to sit around a lot. So it was good. Sure.
Were there many retakes? Was there a lot of corpsing?
Well, not in the studio, not at all, because that was being recorded as we were recording it. My part in the film with Nick, they pretty much used the first take. The other stuff just felt like we got into a part, So it's like when you make music, it always seems the first two takes are the best, and after that it seems to lose some kind of magic. And this film feels very much about a lot of first takes.
Does Nick Cave fall into the cult figure category?
I think very much. I think that's the way he sort of, if you like, built a whole career, from the days where I guess we were seen as sort of outsiders, and really outside the sort of mainstream of what was going on, and then that was called cult because you had an audience, but people couldn't understand how because you weren't mainstream, as it were. So I think that it might be an old word to use now, but I think it sort of still fits a little bit, maybe, I don't know, but things are changing, as you see. I can remember a long time ago the situation was very different, and now to be having something like this, maybe this is the entry into the mainstream. It's been coming for a while anyway.
Nick Cave, you are a cult figure, really. Do you enjoy that term? How do you feel about it?
What does that mean? That means you don't sell many records or something.
This is not just a film, but in many senses people might describe it as a piece of art. It spurred on the Museum of Shit.
Yeah, I hope they do. I mean, it seemed like Iain and Jane made a real effort to kind of go above and beyond. Wow, don't you look gorgeous? Hey. This is amazing. Wow, pinch me.
I've called it Warren.
Very lovely. Oh, well, you do it well. I think they tried to go above and beyond, the regular sort of thing, and I think the idea was to push people, as to what they were seeing.
I mean, we've been at film festivals and the film's been kind of showing in front of audiences, but now we're so close to it being released to the public that it's just suddenly feels really real. That's what it feels like.
It's utterly surreal, it's incredible. This last kind of 9 months has been just the most amazing experience that we've had. To have, when you're making a film, you hope that people are going to take it in the way that you intend it, but for it to have gone down this well, couldn't have seen that coming. It's incredible.
I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be very, very interesting, because very rarely do you see anything to do in Nick that isn't interesting.
What do you like about him?
He's innovative, he's unique, he's outstanding. A few not bad qualities.
You once said that lyrics has to be containing melancholy. Is it the same with screenwriting?
No, I don't think all lyrics have to contain melancholy. It's just what I do.
Yeah.
I think songwriting's a very good form to project melancholy through. I think cinema is it's the great form for violence, I think. On-screen violence is something that can't really be captured anywhere else, I don't think so.
And are you performing tonight?
Yeah, I'm performing with Warren and Nick. We're doing a few songs. Nick at the piano, myself on bass, and Warren playing various things.
Nervous? Excited?
Bit of both, always. Pre-match nerves, but very excited to be here. It's great.
We've spoken to the stars, and that's all the gossip you're getting for today. Remember to follow us on Twitter. I'm Benji Potter, and you've been watching Fan Carpet.
This is the place. This is where we live.
I had to speed read your biography.
Oh, you read that thing?
Yeah.
That wasn't the truth, though.